Hey YouTube, it's your boy Zach coming to you live from the Mario Maker 2 dungeon. And today I'm mixing it up. I think I'm gonna stand up so I can get some more steps in. But I think I'm gonna go for a new record. And so let's just go with this one. I've obviously never played it before, but I've got some pretty good. I've been practicing as of late, and so we will see. Oh, look at me go. And that's how you do it. Stay tuned for the end for the reveal of what the record was. Hey YouTube, it's your boy Zach coming to you live from the Mario Maker 2 dungeon. And today I wanted to discuss with you something that's kind of not normal. Normally I'm just talking about Mario Maker 2ing, but I actually have, within the Mario Maker 2 community, there's a subset of people who like doing other things. And one of these things is called RC racing, and RC stands for remote control. And so I just call it RCR. And so you'll often hear me say that, so a subset of the fans are big into RCRing. But how that stuff works is you get really into it, and you get these remote controls, and you practice racing with them. And this isn't actually a real one. This is just Legos. But this is just for the example. And eventually you get good enough that you want to start recording your how fast you're going, and maybe even use it to practice. Like you might even want to time yourself. And so when I was first looking into this, my first thought was like, oh, you could just use a stopwatch, because that would make sense. But then you actually need to use both hands when you're driving, and so that's not practical. And so fortunately the RC community has developed these little devices that kind of look like this, right here. This isn't actually one of them. This is something different, but they're called decoders, and you can buy these decoders and you can put them on your remote control vehicle, and then what you can do is a lot of times these communities will have these gates set up that can read like these little decoders will emit a cone-shaped wave, and then as it goes through the gate, the wave beep. You could just imagine that I made that as a fake noise, beep. It hits the gate, and then the gate it can track all of your information. And so now that you better understand the technology, I think the following paid promotion will make more sense. And so what this software is that I want to show you and talk about and share with you today is it's software for, if you're into RC, taking your club or your game to the next level, and that's why it's called next level timing, because it takes you to the next level. And so what this is software that you can download, and you can use it to time yourself and others in a race. And so if you have a community already, I highly suggest you look into this, because of all the softwares that I've personally tried, and this one's definitely the most modern and up to date, and it looks like it's got an awesome feature set. As you can see, it's compatible on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Now, one caveat is that not every decoder is, but most decoders are compatible, and if you have a Windows machine, it's compatible with all of them. But once you look into this, you'll see that that's actually a really large amount of decoders that are compatible. which is pretty sweet. And so then, yeah, um, that's basically like what I wanted to show you with the compatibility of it. Another cool thing is on the website, they have these communities, and this website is just insane with all of the tech in it. And so what happens is after a race, you can you can upload your race information to the website, and then you can track it and keep track of it from season to season and things like that. It's really, really neat. I've personally watched videos from the PDX Mini Z Club. They're based out of Portland, and so shout out to the PDX Mini Z Maestros. But the next thing I wanted to do is just give a quick demo of what the software actually looks like. When you get it, you would see something like this. And so let me actually show you. If you start a race, you'll get the countdown. And then I'm going to have my decoder, and I'm actually on here already. This is just a mock race, but it's just to prove the point. And so as you can see, I'm in third place at the moment, but hopefully my guy does pretty good. All right, and so I'm going to go through. And so your boy Zach is making it back. And then through. And so what's really cool, and actually I'm going to let this run for a minute in the background, but what's really cool is that the software does stuff that it does like on-the-fly metrics. And so as you can see, you see little targets, and then you might also see jets. And so when you see the target, that means that it's actually, you've had a consistent lap. And so then you'll get like a target with a counter. And so on the fly, you can see, oh, I've done, 5 consistent laps in a row, or whoever's timing, you can see that. And so they can tell you, you're being really consistent. If you keep seeing jet airplanes, it means that you're getting fast. That was your fastest lap. And so this software will just continue to run and run and run. And it's super straightforward. The connection process, again, I don't have a transponder, but I've seen it done. And I have a friend who lives in another state, and he actually showed me connecting it, and that's what got me into this in the first place, and why I reached out to ask them if I could do an ad for them. But what happens is the pairing process is really straightforward, and it's pretty easy to get going. And so this is the software that I think if you're into RC, it will take you to the next level. It's called Next Level Timing, and I think I'm just going to sit back for the last minute and let it speak for itself. And just know that I guess I'm not actually going to sit back because I actually have more to say. But the creator of the software is very passionate about this. So that's why he's paying for ads. But also, you can see that it looks like, yeah, I'm still doing pretty good. Not top of the pack, but definitely not at the end. Uh-oh, my guy's doing worse. But the cool thing is that it has good sound effects as well, and there's also the voice that you can use. And the voice, when it speaks, you can change the sound effect of the voice. But at the end here, you'll see that it's really cool because it gives
Time over. Finish your last lap.
It tells you that the time's
Race
over
complete.
and the race is complete. And so at this point, you can, it's just really straightforward UI where if you had another race that you needed to do, you could repeat the race. Or if you had to reconfigure things, you could reconfigure them and then repeat them. Adding racers and doing things like that is really, it's super intuitive, and I just have nothing but positive things to say about this, and my hope is that when I do get to use it, assuming that I get to do more of these ads, that I might be able to start, showing what it's like more so than just my Legos and stuff. But uh, I I really am a big fan of the software. It's really straightforward and simple to use, like I said, and that's all. Zach, out. Zach, out.